Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So in today's video, we will be talking about Jungkook's military service, all the other members, what's going on, and the possible rumors of Jungkook possibly might be getting an early release from the military service. A few articles have come out. We will be looking at those and some other things as well. So without wasting any further time, let's get into the video. But before doing that, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and also leave a like as well. So, just a few hours ago, we got a few articles. Rumors have been spreading on Twitter. People are talking about, especially K Media, they have released some new information on Naver coming out that Jungkook could be potentially maybe getting an early release from military service. We all know that he started his military service in December of last year, and he will be getting released along with Taeyang, RM, and Jimin, all the four members enlisted together. But now that we are seeing that, we already know that they were rumored to get released in June of next year, which is, after completing their mandatory 18 months. But there are some plans or some other ways in which idols or other popular K-pop or sensational artists, they can get an early release possibly. And as we can see that he could be getting released as soon as maybe by the end of this year or maybe start of next year. So let me just go through the article. I think everything will be explained more clearly as we go along. We all know that just a few weeks before Jungkook, he released a statement on Weavers. He said, "I'm working hard, exercising right now. I'm also cleaning very firmly up to the ceiling. I'm cooking rice and very nicely as well." This was obviously mid-March, and he came to greet the armies because everyone was waiting for him for a statement, to see what he's been doing, because obviously we didn't get as many information from a thing. He has been like visiting his friends. He released new music. He was seen at a baseball game as well, doing other stuff, promotional activities for his album and whatnot. But we haven't heard much from Jungkook and Jimin, and especially Suga. But fans were obviously waiting for some sort of confirmation, some sort of retaliation from the Maknae. And I think this is the first interaction of him with the armies, and everyone was like expecting maybe he would have recorded something for the armies, like as Jin did, maybe weekly messages, monthly messages, video logs or something like that. Maybe he will be releasing an album while he's away. But as far I think it has been 5 or 6 months at this point. It's mid-April already, and we haven't gotten anything from him, no news. But yeah, as we do see that BTS's 11th anniversary is coming up in June, 13th of June. Maybe we'll be seeing some more content from him, because we remember just a few years back, I think it was last year or the year before that, he released a song for Army called My You. Maybe he will release more content. But yeah, let's not get distracted. We should get back to the main topic of this video, which is maybe Jungkook getting an early release. And as we remember, as we can see, he said earlier in November, the singer also penned a heartwarming note for Army before leaving for his military service. At that time, the youngest member of the group, he was doing a lot of Weavers lives. He was sharing messages. Obviously a very emotional parting between the fans and him. And obviously, we all know that we all miss him. But the thing is, the main topic of discussion is that could he maybe get an early release? I think the thing is, there are ways that some idols or artists or actors, they can get an early release, but it depends on the behavior. It depends on how fast or quickly they can complete their activities, how well they're performing their duties. And it also depends on holidays, because we already know they do get holidays. I think every weekend is off, if I'm not wrong. And Jungkook has already completed, I think, over 30% of his military service already, so only 70% is left. But if he doesn't take that many days off, if he does not use his vacations and his weekends off, I think that will compound together, and that will give him an edge, and I think he can definitely get off earlier. And but obviously, Jin is coming in June, just a month or 2 months left. I think less than 50 days left. The countdown is going D50 on Twitter. And then we already know J-Hope is also coming in October. And then we got Suga. Although we haven't gotten any pictures of him, any videos of him, no news, we haven't heard from him ever since he left after completing his D-Day World Tour. But he's also releasing his documentary, the Sugar D-Day Tour documentary, which is coming to the cinemas all over the world, in your countries and IMAX theaters as well. Obviously, we're getting updates from that perspective, but we haven't heard directly from him. No pictures, no videos, no messages on viewers, nothing like that. But he will be getting off, and then the four members, Jimin, RM, Taeyang, and Jungkook, they will be coming back together. But considering that, because the last update that we got from Jungkook, based on his military, was that he was assigned the cooking duty and he was doing the chores and all of that. And obviously, that is just indication. That's a sign that he's doing really well. That he's given these. And now there are other rumors that I also need to address in this video, such as I think 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, it was rumored that Jimin might be releasing a new album on his birthday, which is obviously in October. This all started, from a video. I think it was D-Day tour, a promotional video in Seoul when Suga was in Seoul. And all the Maknae line came, Jungkook came, Taeyang came, and Jimin came as well. And in the behind the scenes, by the end of the video, we see that Suga was talking to Jimin, and they asked him about whether his next album is complete, whether the album that he was working on is complete or not. And to that, Jimin actually replied. He said that, yeah, he has been working on something new. He said, "You keep saying this album. Is there a next solo album? When is it coming?" That's what Suga asked. And Jimin replied, "I am done with my album now. I've recorded it." And Suga asked, "Is it ready?" And he said, "Yes." So maybe that's a sign that he's maybe releasing a new album in October. There's a possibility for that. So PGM2 on the horizon, Jimin. We're looking at you. And as for Taeyang, obviously there's a lot of stuff happening with him. He's been all over the headlines, ever since he released the music video with IU. And on top of that, he released his own music video, Friends, which has been doing, I think it's very close to 100 million streams, which is a lot, obviously, considering it wasn't heavily promoted as other videos, other MVs of other hype groups. Because considering there was this whole controversy regarding, hype groups, that they were being boycotted and BTS were not getting any views. I mean, there has been like a very substantial drop in BTS's Bangtan TV's YouTube channel's views. They have been losing subscribers. I think they lost 100,000 subscribers just a few days back because of the whole boycott and everything. And then this whole controversy regarding the fourth gen or fifth gen K-pop idols and groups coming along, and the third gen idols, they may possibly falling off and not getting as many views. But we have to wait and see. Jimin, he has just completed the milestone of getting 1 billion streams on Spotify. I think obviously he's not around to, receive the plaque and make a video of the Spotify 1 billion plaque, just like Jungkook did, just like BTS did. But obviously he will be getting a plaque for that. He's become the second or the third K-pop idol, I think, at least Jungkook. And yeah, he's the third K-pop idol to ever receive 1 billion streams on one of his own songs. So that's pretty cool. He has 1 billion streams. And what else have we got? Taeyang he also surpassed 500 million views, half a billion views, streams actually, on his song "Love Me Again" on Spotify as well. Layover album has surpassed over 2 billion streams. Incredible milestone. Yeah, I think all the solo members, they are doing pretty well on solo basis as well. And yeah, I think the everyone is curious about what obviously we're getting so much content. J-Hope, he has been pretty busy with his Hope on the Street docu-series, the Hope on the Street album, and he also promised us that he will be also releasing a full OST album. Have no confirmation of that as of yet, but everyone is waiting for Jin's comeback. Just 50 days left, 50 more days to go, and we'll be getting Jin. He will be doing his own solo promotional activities and all of that. Maybe attending more movie premieres, doing a Weverse Live. I think the Weverse Live, the first solo comeback Weverse Live, is the one thing that everyone is looking out for. And yeah, I think there's a lot of things happening in the fandom right now. Um, but everyone is like very very excited for Jin's comeback. And what else we have got? Let me see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Everyone is also curious. Like, yeah, we're getting content from RM. He's active on Instagram, obviously. It's RM. What else? What else do you expect? J Hope, busy with promotion activities. I mean, he did a full-on dance. He attended the live premiere of the Hope on the Street docu series as well as the album. He was in his military uniform. He got like 8 million likes, which is obviously a heck a lot of likes. And on top of that, the artists, the members that we haven't heard from is Jungkook and Suga, and Jimin to some extent, obviously, because we all know that Jimin likes to keep to himself. And yeah, I think Suga, last time I heard, he has enlisted, and I think he's doing his basic military training finally, which will all be obviously be a 5 week long military camp. We'll be doing intense military training like all the other members. I finally started, and maybe we'll get some sneak peeks here and there. Him in the military uniform with the buzz cut and all of that. That's something that we are expecting, obviously. And yeah, let's just pray and let's just keep our fingers crossed that Jungkook gets an early release, because obviously there are some rumors going around that maybe he can get that, depending based on exceptional behavior. If he doesn't take weekends off, maybe he can get a release as soon as January or February next year, possibly even this year. And we don't shouldn't forget that that BTS, they do have the possibility, the privilege to leave the military at any time if they have to attend an important international event of like immense global importance. Like maybe if they want to do the Grammys, the last time I heard that there was a possibility they were doing something related to the Olympics, or if something happens there, they can take a leave. Obviously it's a privilege they have, but but we have to wait and see. So I think that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.